In this lesson, we're going to learn about how to install a data collector using the Tarball option. Let's get started. First, let's look at the hardware prerequisites for installing a Tarball data collector on a Linux environment or on a Mac. From a hardware requirement, here are the prerequisites. From the installation requirements, you need to define in your terminal session at least 32,768 file descriptors. You also need to ensure that Oracle JDK 8 is installed. So let's do that. We can use the same environment that was set up for Docker-style data collectors, but we still have to set up a new deployment if we want to set up a Tarball-style data collector. But let's create a new environment regardless. So navigate to the Setup tab. Remember, this environment will define where a StreamSets deployment will reside. Again, we'll tag it to represent the purpose of the deployment. Give it a name. We'll call it N for Tarball. We'll also give it a tag of dev. Environment type is self-managed and leave all other options default. Click Save and Next. If you wish to use your existing Docker environment to set up your new deployment for Tarball, then you could just add a new tag to that. On the Share Environment page, keep the defaults and click Save and Next. Click on Activate and add a deployment next. Give the deployment a name and keep the deployment type as self-managed, as we are installing our Tarball on our own Linux machine. The environment should be the one we just created. Select Data Collector as the engine type for this deployment. Select the latest engine version and give it a useful deployment tag. Click Save and Next to configure the deployment. Here we can add additional stage libraries. Remember that stage libraries are the necessary dependencies for particular origins, processors, and destinations needed for pipeline authoring. As we can see, there are some core stage libraries pre-selected. We're going to add the JDBC, the latest Kafka libraries, and click OK. Click Save and Next to now configure the install type. Finally, we can keep the selection of Tarball as our install type. Click Save and Next. Leave the default Share Deployment setting and click Save and Next. Now click on Start and Generate Install Script. Choose Run Engine in background. This will ensure that the data collector will run in background after it is installed. You will have the prompt returned to you by doing this. Finally, click on the Copy to Clipboard icon and run this copy command in our server environment. Here we are using sudo to install our data collector, so it will be installed as root. But we could do this as any user which has installation permissions granted on this machine. Press Enter to use the default download directory. Then press Enter to use the default installation directory. Your data collector engine should now be started successfully. Let's check the status back in Control Hub. We can see that the engine is green, and this indicates that the data collector is alive, and it has automatically registered itself with Control Hub. Back on the Deployment tab, select your deployment. Scroll down to see the messages produced by your new data collector to see it has started. Let's have a quick look at the structure of the engine creation script we ran a moment ago to create the data collector. The command is running the StreamSets engine install.sh script from your control hub. This script will issue instructions to download the required files and libraries from Control Hub down to your server. Once it has installed, it will register your new data collector with Control Hub. Earlier we chose to install stage libraries for JDBC. Let's also install the driver for JDBC by supplying and uploading the required jar file for MySQL. Select the link for the engine we have just started. Choose the External Resources tab. On the External Libraries tab, click the plus sign. Choose JDBC Stage Library and browse for your jar file you would have downloaded separately. Click Upload. Restart your engine. At the raw Linux level, we can do a ps-ef to see the data collector running. However, we can monitor our engines from within Control Hub. If we need to restart our data collector on the server, then cd to the installation directory and run StreamSets space DC space ampersand. The engine is now restarted. Thanks for watching.